Hello and welcome back to the show. There was a delay before the next game, but it is soon to start, which is fantastic. It's a nice sunny day here in Santa Monica. Perhaps some of us caught some rays, perhaps some got too many. I had aloe vera on my head yesterday, but I think it was all too late, man. Because especially when you have a shower, right, and you dry yourself, it just makes it insta-peely. So I think I've lost the battle. And I left it at home as well, so I can't even replay it now. So never mind. Anyway, we have G2 versus Fnatic coming up on Overpass. I was just playing some retakes on Overpass. That was fun.
Yeah, but we heard you call water while we were eating.
At
CT water.
What time is it? At 10 to 1 during the week. You're not going to have the stiffest of opposition, so I was just shooting people, really.
That is the key to winning pugs, is to either play during the day when everyone's at school, or to play in the middle of the night when everyone's tired or drunk.
What I've realized though is that, like, if I'm playing Mirage, for example, I can't just AWP window because everything else will collapse. So I've realized I kind of need to play A if I'm on Mirage and I'm pugging, because people are so bad at you just.
Actually, the strat for highest RWS for like a lot of the top puggers was to play mid on every map and play with the not because you could get smoked out or other people could die, but you could rotate faster to both sides like equally.
Yeah, but I think A is the toughest spot to defend on Mirage, especially versus people who just run out and stuff. People just get eaten up. So I feel like AWP or rifle on A is where I need to be. So I'm going to change that and just do that from now on. Although, who knows, maybe mid will be the problem then. Who the hell knows? The tide of power, the balance of power, if you will.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on.
No, never mind. I was just going to say that if you've got someone who's really good at aggressing B as a T on T side, then there's problems B as well.
Yeah, some teams will just go B every round, but most teams will never go B. So
James, you have to clone yourself 4 times.
That would be funny. That'd be so funny.
If there were 5 bottles, that'd be awesome. Wouldn't be the best
I bet you guys would
argue. Would be on point.
That's the best part.
Smaller toss at the start of every round. Fire everywhere.
Yeah, flames everywhere. So again, it is Overpass. That is going to be the map which is coming up first. It's Overpass, and then it is Mirage between these two teams. So I was looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to seeing Crims, man. He's been playing out of his mind. I think he's one of the best players in the world right now, and I look forward to it. I look forward to seeing more of this G2 roster. Again, we see more bickering between NBK and Shox, but at least they've gone their separate ways. So rather than have the infighting and difference of opinions, now I think we can only assume that they're going to be on separate teams herein. So we'll see more French teams, more competitiveness, and that's good storytelling and storylines for Bad Blood in the future and such. So I think that'll all work out for in everyone's benefit.
Yeah.
G2 are good at Overpass. We saw them play against Astralis, and it came close. They didn't win. But it came close. They put up a good fight. I think they answered a lot of questions. And then on Mirage, it's Fnatic's best map. They're just beasts on that map. But that should also be close. Going to be a very fast-paced game. One of the very few matchups that's fast-paced both ways. So a lot of reasons to be excited to watch this.
Nice.
I look forward to it. The match is about to start. I wonder if Golden is the best fragging in-game leader.
Glaive is my.
In Sweden.
Oh, okay.
In Sweden, yes, but otherwise. Well,
that doesn't mean I don't care about Sweden. I mean,
you got Dennis.
Dennis would be, yeah.
Okay, well, we'll come back to that discussion. Many discussions to be had on this show, and we're going to see Fnatic go straight into the B-bomb sites, straight through the short area, and they will get the bomb down. So that's great. They've secured the bomb plant immediately. Oh, JW! Hello! Hello! All these frags just waiting there for him. Like a kid in a candy shop.
Mixbot gets the reload in. Oh, that's naughty, but it went, okay. Well, second time is a charm. They had the numbers to do it. Why not get that bonus money in?
Yeah, worth
cash.
It. You know what we need to do sometime, James? We have to we need to get like a screenshot from every single studio we've had from the beginning of FACEIT League, and just see like the evolution of the studio, and then, you know, obviously with the final evolution being this, or not the final evolution, but I think that'd be a nice trip down memory lane.
That'd be awesome.
Just like
that would be cool.
Contrast, we just like talk over it.
Be smart.
Just like reminisce. But and a fast round from Fnatic with the Mac 10s, perhaps.
Sack B. 1 dead, 2 dead, 3 dead, 4 dead.
Instead of be fast-paced so far, it's delivered. The nitrous oxide button has been depressed. What is your dream car, Launders?
My dream car in high school was the Nissan 350Z. I thought that was the coolest car on the planet.
What about now?
Now it's a Honda Prelude.
Okay.
A Honda Quaalude.
Honda Prelude.
Prelude.
I don't even know
what does that mean?
What it is.
How do you spell that?
It's super cool. It comes with rims.
How do you spell it? I don't trust your pronunciations.
L-U-D-E.
Prelude.
Yeah.
You said prelude.
Yeah.
It's an E, not an A.
I heard preludes.
He said he sounded like Quaalude, dude.
Oh, I did hear Quaalude as well. Quaalude.
Banana.
Okay. Okay. What about you, James?
I like Dodge Vipers, but they're not. I don't think they're actually. I think they look really cool, but I don't think they're that cool to drive. But I like some of the muscle cars we see in America. The new Ford GT is pretty cool. The one you had to apply to try and buy. I applied for one, even though I didn't have the money to buy one, because they're like $200,000. They're like $200,000 or something. I was like, if they accept my application, then I'll try and blag it afterwards. But they didn't.
Blag it?
So you just try and persuade somebody to give you something for free.
That's awesome. That's slang for social engineering.
Okay. Mine's the DB9 for some reason.
Oh, excuse me for not asking.
Yeah. Anyway, I have to get in there because it's time for the action. They're going to push through the smoke. MBK is going to get absolutely torn to shreds, to pieces. He's been picked apart by the vultures. They've taken everything.
The bomb's going B. You hate to see it.
Yes, this is something that Fnatic are amazing at on their T sides.
Oh.
They are so good at pushing everything at once, and you feel like you've defeated the push, and oh, lo and behold, they have a bomb on the B-bomb side. This is going to happen when you play against Fnatic.
It's so true.
Their players are just so good at creating opportunity by themselves.
Lekra has a lot to do here.
Oh yeah, big job.
1 versus 4. Got the first one. Double peek coming in, expecting somebody on the high ground. He's running out of bullets though, as much as he's having success, and Kenny will put a stop to things, just waiting for the re-peek. And they've got time to defuse the bomb, and G2 get their first round on the board. Kenny and Body surviving. Body picks up the AK as well. Bonus. Nice. Nice. There's a flank through connector from Mixwell. I wonder if he has any brain farts in French. Just can't find the word. What is it with these flicks from Kenny? He's just like, they're just so ridiculous. And the fact that he doesn't do the normal sweep past the angle and click as you go, he just stops at the angle and then goes back to where he was in the first place. It's really bizarre, but it does show Kenny at the height of his powers.
It's how he does, it's how he do. It's who he is, it's who he be.
I think it's something with your finding your rhythm. Like when people are B-hopping too. Oh, I thought that was a CT. I thought that was a sick guy on the same team. They flanked Monster. That's a big frag because they have Monster, short. They know no terrorists are there. All the informations. And G2 still have top bathrooms.
But Fnatic have Crims. And Crims is looking to open up the B site, A site, and he's going to do so. 1 kill. Will Fnatic go back though? The problem is there's another flank, and the rotations are really quick for the CTs. So this makes it hard for Fnatic to go back here. They're going to do so though, and actually they're going to catch G2 someone out of position. They have a chance, there's an opportunity if they can get some headshots here. There's one, but they themselves will lose their heads, so that's going to be that. Nice round from G2. Keep the double ops. Is AWPing still your identity, James? What is your identity?
Absolutely. It will always be.
Oh, you're an opper?
I am an opper, yes.
I thought you other day you said your opping isn't very good.
I didn't say that.
Why
are you making up lies?
It was something you said.
No.
Oh,
I wouldn't say anything. I mean, maybe I was having an off day, perhaps.
Oh, okay.
No, he said. I think he said that his AWPing is really good right now, but when he gets really good, his arm hurts, and so then he has to stop. Yeah, I think that was it.
My skill causes me injury.
Double-edged sword. Oof, man, so much fighting here towards the fountains. Fnatic will be loving that. All about the chaos. And speaking of which, Kenny S, another player who thrives within it as he moves towards A. Both players will be here ready for the defense from G2, as Fnatic will barrel in 3 players. They've got the smoke onto Optimus. That's a good one. The flick misses. Oh my god, this is going to be rough here for Body. He's still alive somehow though, and he has a 1v2. He's got a smoke actually, so he could throw a forward smoke in. That bomb is not planted in an optimal position. If he actually planted like a forward smoke here, that would be really, yeah, exactly like that.
Stick it, bro. What the hell?
Yeah, it's very sprayable though. There's not a lot of space to. You can't stick that because you can't stand there either for obvious reasons. Unless he was able to stand on top, but even then, like I think he's doomed in that position.
So much action here at Fountains. I mean, as Launder said, you know, both teams are teams that like to fight and they like to be aggressive, and neither team is afraid. And look at where the money is after G2 lose that round. Damn, not a good spot to be in. And they've taken a tactical timeout. They are thinking, what the hell do we do now?
What did we do wrong?
What
did we do anything do?
What was Bardolph do?
What would James do?
They might be maybe they're tweeting you right now.
Most certainly hope not.
Beseech your advice. I beseech you, James.
What would James do? What's the eco strat, James?
The eco strat.
Yeah, or the.
I like to go back to the original eco strats for CTs on Overpass, where they sit on the sites, because that was how it worked for the beginning, while people were working things out, and then it changed obviously as the map developed. But I feel like eventually it could go back to that. But it very much depends on the type of team as well. Some teams I think will suffer more than others in situations such as that. So for me, especially against less prepared opponents, I'll try and get my team to just sit on the sides. If they come A, it generally ends in disaster for the opponent, as long as your team don't get too itchy feet.
I feel like Fnatic right now, to me, they do feel like very much a top 4 team, or a team with top 4 potential at the moment, just because they have such a high level and their style is very, very unique. Like no one plays quite like them, because they're only able to do it because they have the players that they have. I love that we have that. You know, teams with such specific identities, players with specific identities. It really it colors this esport very nicely.
Yeah, shows off the fact that this game is a sandbox.
Yeah. And Fnatic are going to be only the sandbox at the moment. This is their property, it's their perfect. Now the round's more or less secured, I was about to say, but some damage being done here. Some dings being had. And there it is, 6-2.
I would like to see JW get USP'd from the bottom.
Money building for the Swedes. Mixwell the odd one out. The only non-French player on his team of Spanish origin.
Oscar.
4 Deegs. And Mr. Mixwell with his own flair and a CZ. Pop flash for him. And he sees many a target. I think there might have been a dink there, which culminates in a team kill. But Golden's more than made up for it. What is the reaction from the remainder of G2? They've got plays in the B-bomb site. Apex keeping an eye in case of a rotation. Now, there are guns that would need to be disposed of. Flusher, his leg has compromised his position, but Golden once again. Kill number 3 for him. Are there weapons to be collected for G2? JW having a look, see, with only the P250, because obviously he's got the AWP in the hole. Makes things very untidy indeed. May wonder if it would be wise to pick up an AK-47, but they're on the other side of Monster now. Oh no, the one's pretty close actually. Oh dear.
Oh, wow. Okay, this is getting troublesome. Golden looking for the ace, and he's got himself the ace. Easy does it for the IGL in-game leader.
Well done, well done. I feel like optimally Apex doesn't, after he gets that kill on Flesha on stairs, he just stays around top stairs. Because when he leaves, then both of his teammates rotate out of B because they get scared if they rotate back. But he could have held them off. It's hard to come up the stairs, and his teammates wouldn't have to move in B.
Right. G2 with the buy again, looking to find salvation. Kenny with a whiff. And that's going to be him having to move back. NBK starts to lurk around the bathrooms as they're occupied with Kenny. Kenny's job is to keep the distraction alive so BK can get some damage done. Another missed shot, and that's going to be the end of him. He had his fair share of chances, but it's a 3v3 now for Fnatic, and they have the run of the map, but the challenge from short here from Mixwell could make the difference for G2 as he pushes forwards in the smoke, and Necro unaware. And that's G2 now. Decisive advantage, perhaps round-winning advantage.
Oh, sees it all. Oh, could have been both. One will have to do for now. The bomb needs to be collected. He's run past the bomb, Crimson. Not sure if he's realizing he's got the bomb. Gets his bell rung as well. Looking for the second player, but he's coming in from the back. And Apex might see the bomb on the floor, so he knows Crims has to come back to his position. There is a double dink, the ding-dong. And the round is with G2. Crims is short, but the team will buy. Oh, okay. Money's been distributed. Golden dropping an AK for Crims, I presume. And away they go. Can they reset the likes of G2? Still trying to stabilize their CT half. Round number 11, only 3 rounds so far for G2.
Probably not enough. He comes in a short tunnel. Delayed. It was a little bit too quick. Molotov wasn't done yet. Would have been nice for 50 apiece. Smoke goes out heaven. One Molotov, not to freak any, won't freak out too many people. They're still holding on to a lot of utility. They only use one flash, so it's a good reaction, not an overreaction.
Crims pushing very far forward early on into the rounds. Now he's looking for MBK, and he's going to find him. The deduction there from Crims, he knows there's a player playing toilet somewhere, and he cleared out one half, so it made it somewhat obvious where MBK would be.
It's nice presence of mind though. So he could draw out the player with his own actions. His loud running towards A. Then the wide peek in case someone is there afterwards. Nice. So will they be prepared for this second player in this gimmick smoke? Selling his teammate up, but to what end? He needs 2. Apex, he needs 2! Just the one. The CT water taken now by JW and the bomb getting planted.
Bomb has been planted.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy to get back in, but Mixwell will start things off pretty nicely though. And they can push forwards, gaining some more ground. As Kenny looks desperately for JW. JW is going for the big flank. And here it is, sees one player. There's the frag, just as Mixwell drops to the ground as well. Will JW be able to finish off Kenny S? Kenny's going for the hold, and JW knows that's his only option. Oh, he misses the... Oh, he had so much time, he had so much time. Oh, you can see he's so disappointed with that.
He could have scoped.
Could have scoped, could have done many things.
He had more than enough time to go for the scope. He was definitely... I think he was worried about Kenny not being on it, but that's...
Yeah, but, well, it's hard to tell if he's going to come off the bomb and shoot him. So,
but if he's going to peek like that, he should have scoped. That was really risky.
When the no-scope does not work out. Either way...
The annoying thing is, like, a lot more often than not, the no-scopes from that range will land as well, so you can have misguided confidence in them, because sometimes they will betray you.
Kenny's having a harder day today. You see that first shot missed. Legging the second shot on the second shot. 2 players down already for Fnatic though. MBK and Apex delivering. This is a pretty rough time for Fnatic. They don't have almost any utility, and they have no positioning on the map. So getting whittled down one by one. Who's next?
Crimson JW. Do they hit a rotation? I'm not sure. If so, JW will be holding an angle. Two are lining up, but none will be taken out. JW disposing of the AWP, but Kenny has one already. Of course, they do have Mixwell on the team as well.
Okay.
Doing that for Launders' happy place. 7 AK collected. 30 seconds. And now they know where he is.
Throw the other op away now.
Probably wants to die at some point in this round. He's mollied himself off, planting the bomb as well as in case the CT was there. He's done all he can do in that round. AWP's collected. And Fnatic are on eco. G2 doing a good job catching up. This is a great opportunity for them to build the bank as well, which isn't quite existent just yet, to a significant degree. So we've got some grenades here and there for Fnatic and some pistols. So it seems they'll have some intent, perhaps to plant the bomb. I mean, the focus can be the bomb plant or general damage, maybe target to kill 2 players. How aggro will Golden be going through the smoke he deployed? Around the toilet, seeing that the players are further back. Does he make a sale for his team while Echo pushes B?
Big push in, and the pistols are prevailing. The flames are prevailing. Cleansed by flames on the B-bomb sites. Oh my god. NES running into Golden. Not the welcoming party he wanted. And that's going to be the 8th round for Fnatic. An unlikely one, but one nonetheless. And that's going to break the bank of G2. They've got nothing left here. This is scary. Scary times for the French. This has been kind of a strange half for me, for some reason. I think it's just the styles of the two teams creates a lot of unorthodox situations.
Flipping the economy back and forth. Just too much.
Necro in though. Find himself the opening towards shorts. Where's the next one? Oh, hello. Golden will spot MBK. So it's a bit difficult for them for Fnatic to sort of break in here. And this is one of those rounds where you're wondering why they didn't call sort of an anti-eco as opposed to having players looking for the 1v1s, but they are making their lives a bit harder than they otherwise have to be, but they are getting some of the kills finally. But I'm not confident here in Fnatic's success. And that is one of the reasons. Apex has the bomb. And I think this was just a poorly called round, honestly.
That was a little strange. I don't know how the bomb died. If someone pushed up ladder, did Apex push up, get the bomb?
I'm not sure if it was just there.
Might have just been there, yeah.
Because they were just spread out, just going for 1v1s all across the map. And there's a time and a place for that.
Well, this will be interesting. Fnatic still have a dangerous spy. We saw what they did with the pistols. Another fast pace. JW, look at the free fire angle there. Absolutely ready for somebody. It's something interesting you can learn from him and the likes of Kenny S as well. Very good at pre-firing certain angles. Kenny on top of the box. JW wasn't expecting that one.
Certainly came out of left field. Now it's 3v5. Lecro trying to perform a sneaky monster walkout. But there are a lot of people here watching. You won't even be able to leave.
Nice pick from Crims, gets through the lineup there through the woods. Ooh, that was close. That was a really close one. You can see the dust flying there. That bullet was not far from the target. Again, Chris, not the player that you necessarily expect the shenanigans from. Nice open from Golden. A second. That's phenomenal. Big opportunity now. Lines up the third. Golden's exploding. He will die to Kenny S's ult finally, but that has created the 1v1 for Crims. This goes for the peak, and Crims is ready. Golden, what an absolute monster. 21 for 8.
Whoa, that's insane.
At the end of the half, 9-6.
Versus fraggers too. He's got it in him.
Absolutely.
Usually you see the the 1-2 piece. That happens. The three all headshots. You've done that like three times.
Yeah, that's pretty
this
awesome.
Game.
It's very Rush-esque to me as well. Just sort of the way, because
I like that.
one of the things that why Rush is a good player to watch is one of the things you want to watch for him is just his general approach, because he plays smart, but his way that he takes fights with jiggles.
He has super tight peaks.
Yeah. His jiggling and then how he follows up afterwards is, there's not many people that do it quite like him, so Rush definitely a guy to study for that.
See if Fnatic can capitalize on their 3-round lead in the second pistol. GW with a HE grenade, 2 smokes for the CT side. Very curious what they might have in mind with those. Maybe for retake purposes on B, smoking off short and who knows what else. See what G2 are able to discern from this push. Body seems to be a scout. There's a flash out for him. And there are 2 very quick frags for the T side.
How do Fnatic get back into this one? They're going to need some crazy headshots. G2 have already established a crazy numbers advantage at this point before they decided to eventually finish on the bomb site. That's a good way to do it. One for Lekro. We know him to be a pistol god, but he will be slain by the Titan that is Apex, or the X-Titan.
J-Dubs versus 4. Just in a question of making money at this point. I think he has to be resigned to the fact. Build that AWP stack. Expecting to be hunted, perhaps. They have to push at some point. Nothing to lose here. Just waiting for... Trying to make an engagement as favourable as possible. And he will expect that his opponents will mostly have nothing to lose either. But on this case, the gamble has not quite paid off.
Terrorists win.
Did you get my reference, Launders?
And lives will be lost.
A multitude of references.
Formerly Titan.
Yeah. But also the war between the gods and the Titans. The Greek mythology. Yeah. Let's get that in there.
I don't know about that stuff. I have 2 books from Homer on my Kindle to read.
Nice.
Which books?
I can't remember
Greek
the names of
mythology
them.
books?
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm reading Metamorphoses right now. You read Odyssey?
Odyssey's on my Kindle, and some other one. I only found 2 written by him, but anyway. Fnatic now with the CZ75. So I feel like
It's when your dentures fall out.
a site stack would be cool and around such as this. Because again, it fell out of the meta quite a long time ago, so I think if it was brought back, it would be interesting to see what would happen.
Legs.
Legs.
Tight peaks. He dead now. Ooh, this could be some money. Necro will get 2. 2, 1, 0. Never mind.
Numbers.
I'd hopes. Okay, well, full eco for Fnatic, and G2 have equalized. Just like that. It's all fair. Everything is fair for everyone. Having a jolly old time. Okay. A single flashbang on Flusher. They're all stacking towards long. This is kind of cool because one of the 2 favorite anti-ecos, or I say favorite, but most effective anti-ecos would be finding its way with pretty much everyone up long. So this is really cool. I would so love to see that. G2 just playing a sort of information gathering game, and Apex has found a clean B bomb site, so they know what's going on, and the bomb will make its way towards B. That's sad. I wanted to see the 1 flash, 5 USPs against 5 AKs on long. I wanted to see that.
Bomb has been planted.
There goes the bomb.
There it goes.
Shooting gallery for G2. They're about to tie the score. 9-9. We'll see what Fnatic have to offer in the round to come. I wonder where the money is if we'll see the sniper rifle. Let's see, where's JW? No, they don't have the money. Sniper rifle in the first round. I'm not a fan of that, especially on a map like Overpass, where there are so many angles you can hold with it. Flusher starts to go for the UMP, although he is one of the more capable with a gun such as that. But, I mean, you can have the up side connector, you can have it towards long, you can have it on short B, you can even go for the cheeky peek in connector if you are so inclined, although it is a risky one, maybe not when your economy's in the right place.
Yeah, and they can go back and forth between those angles in one round.
Yeah, I think the sniper, it's important to start with it. On a map such as Overpass, everybody blind. Crimson's crosshair just too high, unfortunately for him. So there is an early loss for Fnatic.
This is interesting. Where did the other two guys go? They played in B. They didn't actually push short. They might have done a stack and then rotated back when the kill came. They at least have traded for stairs control. This is important. Middle of the map, really. Changes a 7-second rotate into 14 seconds plus.
Flush it with a chase.
So aggressive. GW has heard the bomb. He realizes the value of taking that duel. Unfortunately, he will not be on the favorable side of it. That will give G2 a man advantage with 50 seconds left on the clock.
Waiting game. G2 will gravitate towards B though, setting it up. Necro, that's a really big frag. That's good spotted there, but that's another bit of information for his team to essentially just go full rotation. They've seen enough now with this much amount of time left. They know it's B. And Necro will play the ramp in the water. Let's see what he can get here. Playing headshot angle, very smart. Golden close and Flusher from the back with a UMP.
From the back.
From the back.
We pumping him full of bullets. That's the 10-9 scoreline. Fnatic winning a very critical round, forcing G2 to reach deep within their coffers. Pull out money, all the monies, to get this big buy-in.
Fnatic in the lead once again. Kenny with the sniper rifle, the only sniper rifle. More SMGs, this time Golden on the UMP, Lekr on the MP9. Fast plays into the B bomb site. Lekr caught with a grenade in his hand, but he manages to stay alive. Back at it with the MP9, but everybody's blind and he will not be on the better end of that. Spray towards the barrel position. Golden trying to stay alive. Jumping, flying body with the AK takes on a tagged Golden. The exchanges continue, but it's man advantage for G2.
Holding position, waiting for the bomb to be planted. JW can't find the headshot. That may be the end here. Crims, we know he's capable of all kinds of ridiculousness as he starts to find a way to meet the challenge ahead. And that is going to be the end of him. 10-10.
Damn, that one key frag right there at stairs to short. Could have made it a 2v2. A world of difference. What a strange round. Lots of good residual nade damage into Monster before they came out. And as they did, smokes go down. Delays them for so long. Rotates are there. But the guns weren't that great. UMP, MP9, I mean, they did get blind and stuff like that, but it wasn't the greatest weaponry.
Reset again. How will they win this one, Fnatic? See many a pistol round one, so many CZs. If you can't beat them, join them. Although I still use 5.7, so. Although on a close quarters like Inferno or Overpass, I might switch out. There are enough corners to be nuisance in. Executing into the B bomb site are Fnatic body just about surviving that exchange. That would have been an AK to be collected, nobody else in that region. Bacon tried to hold things down. He's got some support from some teammates now as well. Apex picked off in the meantime, and one would feel like Fnatic would go for this. They've got the site surrounded.
Very nicely done. Oh, Body's going to get more damage out there, just being such a nuisance as they are occupied with Kenny, but not for too much longer. Somehow Golden wins that fight, but Body is unleashed.
Whoa.
Golden knocks him down as well, so Maybe there's a chance now after all that. Gets a dink, I think. Flusher now has an opportunity, but MBK with the peak to finish.
Golden is having the game of his life right now. That was like 300 damage almost right there.
Oh, he's 25 for 13.
Man, oh man. Lots of rounds left to go too.
Definitely up there for the strongest in-game leader fraggers, but he always does well on Overpass, I want to say.
Forgot about Fallen too. And Fallen's just #1.
Yeah, that's probably a fair shout. I think, yeah, it's hard to argue that one for sure.
Like he wouldn't even have to call to still be like able to stay on the team, you know?
USPs again. It's a pistol party for Fnatic. Double peek, run long position, I think, unless it's a boost. They will await G2, who have found favour in B in rounds such as this, but this time they will concentrate the forces towards the toilets for now at the very least. Can't do the same thing every single round. Well, sometimes you can, but that has to be an anomaly in itself.
Stack is avoided. It's one flash on flush. And he is that long, okay. Never fun when you have to go all the way across the map with USPs just to lose. But they might try it.
Beep, boop, beep. Bomb has been planted.
Do you remember the bomb code?
No. I never saw a reason to memorize it. I can
You
tell
do,
you
don't
my...
you? Do you?
No.
You don't?
I can tell you my CD key from my copy of Quake 3 from 2001 though.
Why do you know that?
Yeah, why do you know that?
Because there was a bug where basically every time you started up the game, it would ask for a key again.
Oh, fair enough.
And back then I did it so many times. I was playing the game all the time. I just memorized it.
That's fair enough.
You could make it up though.
We travel so much, I remember my passport number.
I remember, yeah, I remember mine too.
to be fair, like with that CD key thing, you could have just actually, I found it lazy, you just hold R, just like 10 R's or something, and then that just made it work. Like even with like a commercial copy of the game, that just worked. So, and there's another one as well that did work like that too. Anyway.
And that's why Quake died.
The funny thing is I never used that CD key for a password. It'd be a great password. I never used it. Anyway. Moving forwards, Flusher.
What, 10 hours?
No, the actual one that I memorized. So it has an aggression towards the sewers and doesn't see much just yet. And a lot of attention from Fnatic on these B positions and G2. So might have some explosive play. Is it to be a flashbang for Flusher? No, and he can't connect the headshot with the UMP. It's gone wrong. It's gone horribly wrong. Lekro looks to save the day, but there's more where that came from.
Politely closing the door.
Yeah.
How nice of him.
An upstanding citizen.
One minute mark. Time continues to elapse. There's a push through. Oh, the aim from Lekro. Always a pleasure to watch, to witness. That will force the hand of G2 towards the A site. Because who knows where Lekro might rotate. Time is of the essence for these Frenchmen, or French-speaking men, as Mixwell's in tow as well. Cribs unable to get anything done. Golden looking for 2 with the FAMAS, but only good for the 1. And now they know Lekro. Is he coming from Connector? Is he coming from B? He is running, so they'll know exactly where he's coming from. Forced towards the bank position where there are Molotovs. He'll simply have to wait it out. Is there a kit on the site for him? He most certainly needs one, the way this is going. 1 versus 2. Oh dear. Death by paper cuts.
G2 mere 3 away now. And with an eco, G for Fnatic, they are definitely get up to win this. G2 did not have the best of days yesterday. Honestly, they played very, very well, but they had to face the likes of FaZe and the likes of Astralis. So it's just a rough time to have maybe their best performing day of the league, because they only got 1 map out of it.
Yeah, this maybe counts. Like, these still seem really good. Fnatic are also really good. So these are just all 3 teams are formidable opponents. Like wouldn't be a shame to lose to Fnatic. But they're definitely feeling good. Looking good, feeling good.
But are they going to be shooting good?
Gotta shoot good too.
Shoot good. Crims is looking to shoot good.
Oh.
With the CZ. Oh! Only gets one though. And now G2 wondering, is there somebody else? But he will surely kill JW. JW has to find a timing to poke out. Oh, he won't find a good timing.
If he was a little bit wider there.
Yeah.
Ooh, hello.
What?
Didn't he have full HP or did he tag him twice?
Senior Vac.
Either way, he's dead. G2 have 50 seconds with which to salvage this. Fnatic ever dangerous on these crap buys. Don't know how else to put it at this point. Golden Flusher and Lecro. And as G2 slowly move towards one of these two sites, they will lose a lot of time. And then it might be a scramble on the site itself. They start to throw grenades, but there's no rotation just yet from Fnatic. They only see the actions of one player, so they don't know what's up. But now Lecro starts to rotate as well. He saw the heads, but it's Flusher who's dead.
And Kenny has to pump Lecro full of lead. No, I'll stop this. I could have kept it going, kept the rhymes going.
I just realized why it was so heartbreaking for G2 to lose at Marseille because they're French. I didn't even think about that. To not make the playoffs.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you often don't see the French teams in front of that big home crowd, actually.
There's not a lot of big, there's not a lot of big tournaments that they could play at.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Anyway.
And I only say that because they came close. They came close, and we could see on after these 2 days, like they look really good.
They do. I was never a big fan of. I'm a massive fan of Shox as a player, but was never a big fan of him as a caller, honestly.
Fake fan.
And so I do think that MBK is very well suited to it. He's one of the most versatile players in the game. And he's a very smart player and a very hard-working one as well. So we'll see G2 deciding to go towards A now. They've not really had too much action. JW caught, looking the wrong way. And that's a big opening now for the G2 side to move into A.
Maxwell, he hears the rotation of the CT, so maybe they've identified that there's unlikely to be many players around the A site. And they haven't quite cleared the site just yet. That might buy some time for the CTs. Crim Spotter going through the smoke. Mixwell looking for him. Mixwell landing the frag. G2 fighting for match point now. Oh, Lecro, how's he done that with an AWP no less? 2 versus 4 though. Still a disastrous situation for the Swedish side. Flush attacking the legs. Flashbangs. This is absolute carnage, but mostly favourable for G2. And there it is. Match point for G2, 15-10.
Certainly they felt like they just had to kind of go for it after they lost JW in bathrooms. No info and no damage, no kill, no trade, nothing like that. It's just been every kill has been going their way. A lot of their opening kills have come easily. G2 have found their footing.
Yeah, they certainly have. They certainly have. Fire. Guess we'll have to wait a little bit. Wait a little bit longer.
That's a weird nade bounce.
It is, yeah. Love the idea to have the nade after, to follow up the Molotov. Good pick up from Kenny though, as he will create space towards B. Likewise though, Crims doing some damage. JW unfortunate not to get something at the mag. This is looking very awkward now for Fnatic. Could this be the end?
Looks like it might just be. Crims alone, 1 versus 4, stuck behind a smoking connector, and now they know exactly where he is, and he's got to open a door no less. Double peak was ready, but Kenyes will be enough for a 16-10 scoreline. G2 starting off on the right foot today after going 1-3 in their last appearance this week. This is a much better beginning to things.
I gotta say, it's somewhat heartbreaking to see Golden drop 27 for 18 in a 16-10 loss, and them to be on the losing side. But
if the in-game leader is doing that, then isn't that symptomatic of problems elsewhere?
I think for a lot of teams I'd say yes, but for Fnatic I'm not sure. I think Fnatic's a bit different in that regard. I don't know if you agree with me on this, but I think it's not as telling for Fnatic just because they're such an individual
so
team
spread
anyway.
out and they're all crazy and stuff. Yeah, but a lot of the kills he got. That's hard to say. I see it both ways because I think he did get a lot of his kills when he was like last or second last alive, which means maybe his team could have gotten those trades earlier on. He's getting a lot of those hero frags that we saw when the round was supposed to be over. 100 ADR on the dot. That is pretty good.
Yes, it is. That is Overpass in the bag, and indeed we will be moving on to Mirage between these two teams. That's coming up very shortly indeed, so stay tuned. We'll be back with Mirage in a few minutes.